Blackburn
Enterprises.
Thank you for coming to my channel. You could have been anywhere else, but you're here with me. Back with another breakdown of The Last Dance. This is episode. What episode is this?
4.
I'm sorry. You good? Episode 4. And this one starts off, actually episode 3 ends with Dennis Rodman. He has to get away. And he ends up convincing Phil Jackson and Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, all of them to pretty much let him get away for a little minute. So this opens up with the fact that Dennis Rodman has been missing, and he's been kicking it with Carmen and Electra. And they've pretty much been, they've been living their best life. They've been doing it everywhere they could possibly do it, and they end up being missing over 48 hours. And then Michael Jordan and them, they basically have to go find Dennis Rodman. What y'all think about that? Start with you.
I mean, that's him. Like, you should have known. Michael knew because he said it.
He
like,
did say it.
We gonna have to go get him, and that's what happened.
Right.
When he went out there, he wanted to live and forget about every responsibility that he had.
Right. What you think about that? Especially with him drinking and partying and
he was riding a motorcycle at one
right.
point.
Yeah, he like
with a beer.
Yeah, with a beer.
Before he even got on the bike.
Like with a beer.
So,
and Carmen Electra is one of those like she would be like I don't know, what can I say?
A groupie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no, because she had her own money, but she was just like
she liked the party too.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
could tell she was
right. She about that party life.
Yeah, but I think she was,
Was she a
Kim
playboy?
Kardashian before Kim Kardashian.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
I think she, was she a Playboy bunny? I feel like she was a Playboy bunny.
I don't know if she was that far into.
I think she was a Playboy bunny. I don't know.
We gotta look that up, cause I beg to differ on that one.
But
I have to check that out. If y'all know if she was a Playboy bunny or not, comment and let me know, cause I don't know.
I don't think she was.
But yeah, so after that pretty much happens, they have to go get him, and then Dennis Rodman, is practicing, and they have to do what's the little exercise?
Indian runs.
Yeah,
talking about those.
Yeah, we was talking about the Indian run, and basically Dennis Rodman, he was working out like he never left. So I'm gonna start with you. What do you think about just him having that passion about, even though he was gone over 48 hours, partying, drinking, probably doing drugs and whatever, but still was able to lock right back in?
Well, I'll say honestly, he's a pro at this point. So that time away was just getting that stress, this relief off of him.
Right.
I mean, there's probably other players in the league nowadays that still do that on their off season or off whatever weekend.
He did it during the season.
You're a pro, so as long as you come and show up for your job, then we can't really
be too mad.
Yeah,
right.
And that's what he did. It night in and night out.
Right. What do you think about that focus to be able to snap right back into it?
Clearly that has to be learned, but I think that he learned that when he was with the Pistons. I think that's where he learned all of his tactics that he does now, or he's known for now. Yeah, I think that's what it is, and that you just gotta respect that. If if you give him some, he's gonna give you everything that you asked for.
Right.
So.
And I think one of the main reasons that he was able to do that was because of the coach. That's because of Phil Jackson. And Phil Jackson was kind of a different individual. He was a well-rounded individual. He was interested in Native Americans, into that culture. He had coached in Puerto Rico, and in Puerto Rico they played basketball a little different. Like they like.
I think they said the mayor shot somebody and the ref in the knee.
Right. Like they was about that life in Puerto Rico, and even Phil Jackson, like as he came up, I think he experimented with different drugs and what have you. So I think because Phil Jackson was such a well-rounded individual, that kind of helped him to be able to deal with a personality like Dennis Rodman. What do you think about being able just to overall have that well-roundedness when it comes to life?
First of all, I think it's going to get you a long way. One, because you're able to not necessarily adapt to other people, but to get in their shoes and understand and figure out what each person needs. And I think especially as a coach or a leader, that is very important, because everybody's different, especially if they're following you. Everyone's different. Where Michael, you had to just tell him he couldn't do it. Where Rodman, you had to, give him his space and his time to come back. Even, Scotty, like
Scotty.
you know, yeah. Well, he was a team player, but you had to. He wanted that recognition a little bit, so if you give him a little bit of recognition about what he's doing, like he's gonna give you more. So each player was different, and Phil Jackson was great at understanding that and being able to adapt to those personalities.
All right. What you think about just being a well-rounded individual?
I'll piggyback off what she said. Just like you can see from his success from just being a coach, from being in Puerto Rico. I think he won a few championships down there. That's what got him noticed to even become a pro coach. So that alone, just being able to get a team to buy into a system,
Right.
which was his, was the triangle at a point,
Right.
and that's amazing for me to see, especially a Caucasian guy leading all these others. You know, different individuals, different backgrounds. You got different individuals from all over.
And that's the thing with Phil Jackson. He pretty much won on all levels. He won in Puerto Rico. He won. Well, I don't remember if he won in college or not, but I know he definitely won when he was playing with the Knicks. He won 2 championships there. So he definitely had all this, like I said, this well-roundedness. He had all of that to pull from when it came to coaching. And he actually used that when he came to the Bulls. But before that, they actually had Doug Collins was the coach, and Doug Collins was really Michael Jordan centric. He pretty much had an offense that was always focused on MJ, and a lot of times on these different basketball teams, you might have teams, even like one that sticks out for me is like Allen Iverson. Their offense was really focused all around Allen Iverson. So basically, if you're a defense, all you have to do is stop that one person. So what do you think about the fact that Doug Collins was so MJ centric, and then that kind of what ended up to him leaving and Phil Jackson coming in?
So I don't believe that's the reason why he left. But
I think that played a part.
I think that Cross definitely was smart. Like I think he definitely was smart about building a franchise, like, and putting the right pieces together. So I give him that on that part. But as far as Doug, he by him, you know, focusing on Michael Jordan only, it does create a problem for a team, like for that particular team. Now, was Michael Jordan the golden child of NBA? Yes. Like everyone knows that at that point in time, like they wanted to use Michael to exceed that.
If they wouldn't have changed that offense, would they have gotten where they?
No, because Michael win games, but at the end of the day, like a team working together is what helps carry over to the championship. And so, yeah, with Doug, he was so like focused on this because that's the golden child. That's our market right there. We're gonna just give him everything, and not realizing like, okay, how can we just win a championship? Like we made it to the tournament. All right, we got this far, but we keep falling.
Right. Like, what do you think?
I think Doug, he was a great coach, maybe in a different era. But back in that day, the team was everything. That's why the Pistons was where they were, the Celtics were where they were, the Lakers. They all had
great teams. Yeah,
and they played team ball.
Right.
So they got to the conference championship, deep in the playoff runs. But that just sticking with the team, no matter if you have the best player on your team or not, for him to buy into the program, that's what kind of I feel like held them back all those years. But he was a good coach. I'm not discrediting him at anything.
Right. I feel you on that. Have you ever been in a situation like that where you wanted something so bad, but you had to sit out because of being sick? Either one of you want to go?
Yes.